Hi guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Smitha. Welcome to my channel. Today is day 5 of this series and I'm having so much fun with it. I hope you are as well. And today I'm going to be recreating the look of Mouni Roy from Naagin. So sit back, relax and enjoy. To add to the drama of this look, I'm going to be using melon color lenses in shadow gray. If you want a discount, you'll find that in the description box below. Now, because we are going for that intense black, brown, smoky eyes, I'm going to be starting with my eye makeup. So in case there's any fallout, it's easier to wipe it off and then do the base makeup. And I'm going to be using the Textured Neutrals Volume 1 palette from Tati Beauty for this look. But before we move on to the eye makeup, let's finish up the brows. Luckily, her brows are equally arched as mine, so I don't have to do too much in altering the shape of my brows. So I'm just going to be using the Precisely My Brows from Benefit. This is a brow pencil and I'm in the shade 4.5. And I'm just going to use this to fill in the sparse areas and give my brows some shape. To clean up underneath my brows as well as a base on my lids, I'm going to be using a concealer. This is the Milani concealer in the shade 145. And to apply it, I'm just using a flat shader brush from Colourpop. I'm just going to let it dry. I'm not going to be setting it with any powder because I'm going to be using a black gel liner over this as a base. And the one that I'll be using is the Maybelline gel liner. This is one of the best gel liners from the drugstore. It doesn't budge, it doesn't smudge, and it is so intense black. It's perfect for smoky looks like this especially. I'm going to first apply it in my waterline and I'm using the back of a makeup brush to apply it. This is the easiest way to apply a gel liner. If you use a brush, sometimes it can tickle your waterline and your eyes might start watering. But with the back of a brush, it's so smooth, so it glides on very quickly and smoothly. And then with the same gel liner, I'm going to saturate my lids. And the brush that I'm using is a stiff flat shader brush from Milani. I'm going to take it all the way to just a little lower than my socket. So when I use a blending brush to soften the edges, I can go just a little higher than my socket. I don't have to spread it too much. We'll mattify this by setting it with a black eyeshadow. And the brush that I'm using is a flat shader brush from Folklore. And setting the base will also prevent it from creasing. With a small blending brush, I'm going to dip it into this brown eyeshadow and I'm going to start softening the edge of the black. And to soften it further, I'm taking a larger blending brush from Folklore. I'm just pushing the color out so it melts into my skin tone. So you can see how well that is diffused. So it's darker on the lid and as it moves outwards, it becomes lighter and lighter. Now let's finish up the base makeup before we move to the lower lash line. For primer, I'm going to be using Porefessional by Benefit Cosmetics. This is a pore minimizing primer. So I'm going to use it in areas especially where I have pores and fine lines so I can fill that up before I apply anything else over it. And this is an oil-free primer and gives a very natural matte finish and of course helps the makeup to stay put and not move. For foundation, I'm using Revlon Candid Glow in the shade 340. This is again an incredibly lightweight foundation and has a very creamy liquid consistency. It's most definitely long wearing. I think I wore it for about 8 hours last time and it did not crease or anything, which is great. And as you can see, it gives pretty good coverage. It doesn't have parabens or synthetic dyes or harsh fragrances. So this is also perfect for everyday use. And I love applying foundations with flat top kabuki brushes. This one's from Hip Dot, but you can use any brush that you have. To cream contour, I'm using the Wet n Wild contour stick in the shade Call Me Maple. If this shade suits you for contouring but is not available, the trick is to get a contour shade which is at least 2 shades deeper than your skin tone. And then depending on how light or deep the contour stick is, you can either tone it up or tone it down. And again, to blend this out, I'm using the same kabuki brush and I'm going to repeat myself here. I like to use the brush that I use for foundation because there's always residue of foundation left in the kabuki brush. And then when you use the same one to blend out your contour, the foundation is going to mix with that and give you a seamless finish. Using the Milani concealer one more time, I'm going to clean up underneath my eyes. If you see, the foundation has given me pretty good coverage. So all I need is just a little bit under my eyes. And I'm just using a damp sponge from Colourpop to blend it out. Her face looks pretty highlighted in the high points. So I'm taking a little bit of the Juno Blur powder with the same sponge. First I'm going to set underneath my eyes where I use the concealer, and then I'm going to use it on my high planes just to give some dimension to my face. And then without taking any extra powder, I'm going to spread the same powder out with a large powder brush from Hip Dot. To lock the base, I'm going to be using the Pretty Fresh Setting Mist from Colourpop. This is going to melt all the powders and make it look more like skin. And then it's also going to lock the base and not allow your products to move. Now moving back to my eye makeup, I'm taking some black eyeshadow first with this flat definer brush. This one's from Doe Color. And I'm going to stamp it right underneath my waterline. And then using some brown eyeshadow with a small pencil brush, I'm going to smoke out this black eyeshadow to soften it. Most definitely doing a winged liner like her, and I'm going to be using the Folklore eyeliner pen. And I'm going to finish up with some mascara and lashes. For mascara, I'm using this one from Au Natural. And for lashes, I'm using Bay from Colourpop. That's the completed eye look. Let's finish up the face as well. First, I'm going to be using the Ofra bronzer in River to sculpt my face. This is a bronzer duo. As you can see, there's a shimmer as well as a matte. I'm going to be using the matte bronzer. I'm using a very light blush again from Ofra. This is in Chiclet. Again, this comes as a duo, a shimmer and a matte, and I'm just going for the matte. Sometimes when you use too much shimmer on your face, it'll exaggerate the pores and the fine lines that you have. So I personally love using mattes, and at the very end I use a little bit of highlighter. And then using the Ofra highlighter in Soho, I'm going to add a light illumination all over, and the brush that I'm using is a highlighter brush from Hip Dot. And for that coral lip, I'm using Topanga. This is a lippy sticks from Colourpop. I'm just letting my hair loose and center parting my hair so I can wear the tika. All the jewelry that you see are DIY. I made it myself with old broken jewelry, and here is the completed look. I hope you enjoyed this video and this look. I'm so glad I could do this series, and I hope to do a lot more. If you have ideas for upcoming series, do let me know in the comment section below, and also let me know how you like this series. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. If you're new here, I post new videos every Tuesdays, Thursdays and Sundays. For your convenience, I've listed everything that I've used in this video in the description box right below this video, and you'll also find my socials there. So if you follow me there, we can chat a little bit more. I love you guys so much, and I will see you soon with a brand new one. Bye guys.